Newscast. Good morning, and thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Ben Hubbard. You're listening to the WHOW Morning Show. The Clinton FFA chapter has a busy week of activities ahead for National FFA Week. The Clinton FFA Vice President Audrey Holland explains that so far this year, they have fundraised through things like the Strawberry Sale, Mumfest with Mariah's Moms, and the Apple and Pork Festival. Reporter Audrey Toohill says that funds raised from the Strawberry Sale largely go back to improving the chapter.
It's going very well. We do a lot of fundraisers throughout the year, and I feel like that's had a very good turnout. We just had our strawberry sales, and we actually had more sales this year than we did last year, which is great. So we made more money off of that. We also do Mariah's Mom's Mum Fest. We do parking there, and we had a pretty good turnout for that. Apple and Pork. I think that's all of our big fundraisers. So we sold them kind of throughout a little bit of January and February. And then we just got the orders in yesterday, actually. So yesterday we all brought in the orders, and then they were picked up yesterday. And I think we had 30 something people sell, maybe around that, which was a little less than 10 more than last year, I think. And then we made a couple $100 more than we did last year, which is also very great.
Well, it just goes towards our chapter as a whole, but it also goes towards some of our scholarship opportunities for our seniors. Most of that comes from our Clinton alumni, though, so they're pretty beneficial. It also, the money from the strawberry sales goes towards supporting us as we travel to CDs and LDEs. So it's just really helps our chapter grow as a whole.
President Logan Newberg feels that participation in career development events, or CDEs, has been great over the last year. He notes that the chapter's horse evaluation team won at the state level and has now advanced to nationals, and adds that Lila Casas won third at the state level in the Spanish Creed. She is the first ever Clinton FFA member to compete in that event at the state or national level.
And then we also we host public speaking, our section contest, and we had a lot of help at that too. And then throughout the year, we've also participated in conferences for different things, CDEs. We've had a good CDE participation as well. And then LDEs too, which would be your public speaking, job interview, that stuff is also a good turnout too.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of people participating in our CDEs this year. CDEs are career development events. So things like poultry evaluation, livestock judging, things like we have horticulture, all different livestock judging, all of those, stuff like that. So, and then we've also had many conventions like state convention, national convention. There was a middle school conference not too long ago. And so stuff like that, we've had a pretty good turnout on people going to those, and people really have enjoyed them. So that's good. And then we also had our state horse evaluation team win state, and they're now going to nationals. Yes. So Lila Casas placed third in the state for the Spanish Creed. And then she moved on and she gave the Spanish Creed again at national convention. And so that was very good. And she, I believe, enjoyed it as far as I know. And she was the first ever Clinton FFA member to compete in the Spanish Creed at the state level.
Really? The chapter is spending the week celebrating these successes with things like dress-up days, drive your tractor to school day, and a movie night. They are also showing their appreciation to the staff by hosting a breakfast for them. The Clinton FFA chapter has a busy season ahead of state conventions, CDEs, and the chapter and section banquets. Learn more about the chapter by visiting clintonffa.com or by finding them on Facebook or Instagram. Get news anytime from your computer or your mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com. That's DeWitt County's #1 source for news, sports, police blotter, obituaries, and more. Best of all, it's all free all the time, right at your fingertips at DeWittDailyNews.com.
I'm Ben Lowers, and I'm running for DeWitt County Sheriff. As a 30-year law enforcement veteran and chief of police in Clinton, I've seen firsthand how state mandates like the Safety Act can impact local safety. I've been a vocal opponent of that legislation because I believe in common sense policing. But being a leader means being proactive, not just reactive. That's why I've prioritized programs like our addiction recovery initiatives, providing a bridge to help guide those in crisis to a better path forward, rather than just a revolving door back into the system. I'm Ben Lowers, and I'm asking for your vote on March 17th.
Paid for by citizens to elect Ben Lowers.
Introducing this year's Instinct Next Gen and N-Serve nitrogen stabilizers, featuring the same leading active as always, and now announcing nothing new, because our performance still leads every competitor.
Our nitrogen stabilizers aren't new. They're proven with thousands of field trials and decades of experience leading the competition. No gimmicks, no empty promises. Now that deserves some hype.
Go to Corteva.us/hype to learn more.
If the flu's got you down, the Warner Hospital and Health Services Walk-In Clinic can help you feel better fast. CEO Paul Skowron inviting you to make us your backup plan to better health. Find out more by clicking our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
DeWittDailyNews.com is the area's leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police blotter, weather forecast, and more with no paywall. Head to DeWittDailyNews.com to get the local information you need to know.
From the Hart Media Group Sports Desk, IL Sports Wire, and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with this local